That controller can only mean one thing. We're playing the Atari 2600 Junior. Now, in today's episode, we're playing Defender for the Atari 2600, which released in 1981 by Atari themselves. They actually developed this game. It was in-house, and it was programmed by Bob Polaro, and the graphics were designed by Alan Murphy. So I guess they had a separate programmer for the graphics. Let's take a look at the cartridge here. And much like a lot of the earlier 2600 games from the early 80s, you had a nice collage right there in the center. Very, very awesome label art right there. Look at that. I have no idea exactly what's going on. There's a woman right there. Look at that. And then you have like a spaceship flying up in the air, and on the top left-hand side, I mean, it almost looks like they're in Las Vegas or someplace like that. It looks like Vegas. I'm not sure where they are, but it's definitely an interesting collage right there. It says label, programming, audiovisuals, copyright 1981 Atari on the bottom, trademark of William Electronics. So it's quite interesting. And on the top it says game program Defender in blue letters. Nothing really fancy. You know, your typical, what you would expect from a 2600 game from back then. In the back, it does look like someone wrote something on the actual plastic of the cartridge with a permanent magic marker, which I actually didn't notice until now. So just in case you haven't noticed, Defender is a shooter, and in Defender you have 3 lives, 3 smart bombs, and endless laser missiles. And I never really played Defender too much. I don't recall playing it too much, so this is going to be a first timer for me. So yeah, I'm a noob at Defender, so let's pop the game in and let's check it out, and so let's see how bad I suck at this game. So right there on the first try, you can see that Defender works with no problem. And the cartridge is a little bit dusty. Not too bad, but it actually works. And you can see the 1981 Atari copyright on the bottom of the screen. And there's quite a bit of artifacts going on here. It definitely looks very, very old, retro. Let's check to see if the black and white look works on this. I never tried that out. Since it is an older game, the black and white actually functions. And that's pretty cool. You can see the buildings disappear. Look at that. That is interesting. So let's see how many modes there are in this game. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, there's a lot of modes in here. Look at this. I'm assuming that 2 probably means 2 players. So there's 20 different modes. That's insane. Let's check the game out here. Oh my god. Look at this. So this is Defender. Oh, it's so easy to get killed in this game. You can see on the top right there appears to be some sort of radar. This was quite the popular game for back in the day. It was actually a very popular game. And very, very mesmerized by the gameplay. I mean, look at this. What the hell's going on? What is that? You have to watch your back and your front, because there's all types of creatures. What the hell is that? Did I go to level 2 or something? Oh! I thought that was like a power-up. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. It's traced by a black, I don't know what to call that, but that looks pretty awesome. Look, that looks pretty cool. Let's try this again. I wonder if you can get power-ups in this game, like get more weapons. Look at that. My weapons actually look pretty cool. I don't know what's going on, but that looks pretty awesome. Yeah, take that, you son of a bitch. Alright, so apparently there's... I'm shooting everything. I have no idea if I'm supposed to shoot everything or not, but comes my way, it's getting shot. So there's two little dots on my radar. I wonder what that is. And these things right here, I don't know if they're spaceships, but they look like upper portion of a person. Like that's the head right there. That's the upper body. The legs and the abdominal portion is missing. That looks like a UFO. And you can definitely tell that the buildings on the bottom are buildings. It looks appropriate. Oh, I got hit by whatever that was. It looks like a UFO. Yeah, take that, you son of a bitch. Yeah, this game is actually pretty fun. It's a Defender on the Atari 2600. You do a lot of shooting. Yeah, I got whatever that is. I have no idea what the hell that is, but whatever it is, I have it. Oh, that thing, what the hell? Oh, I hit whatever that is too, so it's actually pretty fun. There is an arcade version of this game, by the way, so this is probably definitely derived from the arcade version, but for a home port, I mean, it's actually pretty fun. I wonder what the other modes are here. We got two. What's two? Let's make the game harder. Alright, so this is mode 2. I have no idea what mode 2 is, but it does appear to have things on the screen that I've never seen before, like that red thing right there. I don't know what that is. Almost looks like a bones and skull type thing. You can see it looks like the UFOs are taking people or something. It looks like they're actually landing near the buildings and they're lifting something up in the air. See, watch. I'm going to show you right here. You can see this UFO. It has a person. Look at that. What the hell? Yeah, I saved the person. Now can I land where... Oh, I dropped him back on the ground. That's pretty cool. I saved an actual person. Now I get it now. So yeah, you're basically defending your city right here from all these alien bastards that are trying to shoot up my ride, as Duke Nukem would say. Oh, how can I defend it when I can't even defend myself? I'll tell you how it sucks. Let's put it on mode 3. What the hell's mode 3? Alright, so mode 3 looks like there's like no buildings at all. And there's a whole bunch of red, ugly looking things. It looks like creatures from Doom. It's like you have to shoot these things until there's no more left. There's a shitload of them. Look at this. There's more coming this way. You can see on the radar. I like the radar. It's like an extra widescreen radar where you can actually see what's coming ahead. There's one more creature here. Oh, what the hell? That one? Come on! There's one left! Did I get it? Or did I die? No, I hit it. Ah, son of a bitch. So there's more coming. Oh, this is crazy. Oh! Yeah, I can tell this game was definitely a must-have for the Atari. Oh crap, it's right there. What's going on here? It's like too close. A must-have for the Atari 2600 for back in the day. Yeah, this game is pretty fun. It's tough. And yeah, this is what happens when you get a game over. So when that whole screen right there turns a little blue and inverted looking with colors, that means that you suck. Like me. Let's try mode 4. Let's try what is mode 4. See, if you have a manual or a booklet, you can actually read what each mode is and try to figure out you know, what's what. For me, I don't have that option, so I just have the cartridge bare. He has a person. Oh my god. No, the little person's. Oh no, he's gonna die. Oh, he fell straight to. Wait, did he survive? No way. That's him down there. That's a pretty. I mean, that's a pretty long fall. I mean, that was pretty high up in the air. These buildings here have to be at least. I mean, these are. They look like buildings. They gotta be at least 50 feet tall, 50 to 100 feet. So if I kill these guys, they're trying to steal all my people. They want to kidnap my people and do experiments. You know, you've heard of that stuff happening before. In fact, that stuff is so like common. Like, I don't know if it really happens or not, but it supposedly happens so commonly that they make video games out of it. This is a great example right here. So, yeah, I beat mode 4. Well, the first level anyways. You can hear the actual joystick clicking right here, and I'm using the Atari 2600 authentic real joystick. I did a repair on this not too long ago to make it work. It wasn't actually working the way I wanted it to. Actually did a little hack on it. I put like some bread ties in there. Not bread ties, the homemade plastic ties. No, I'm thinking about bread. Well, I actually scored 11,000 points, and I wasn't not even paying attention. Do I get like a special Activision badge, patch, whatever? You know, if you were to win a Activision patch for this game, which Activision doesn't make this game, what type of patch would you get? Is that spaceship patch? That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, let's shoot up everything. Yeah, so this is a Defender on the Atari 2600. There's nothing fancy about it at all. This is pure fun. You turn it on and you shoot things. There is definitely objects in the games. You have to, I believe, prevent these aliens from kidnapping your people. And you have to shoot all of them to advance on to the next stage, as far as I can see. I didn't really look too deep into the manual. Or there's an HTML online manual. I read a little bit about it. I know that if you score a certain amount of points, you get an extra life, which I believe is 10,000 points. You can actually try that out, see if that's actually. So I have, I think, 1 life remaining. If I can get 10,000 points, we can experiment with that. This thing right here is kind of following me around. So I got almost 8,000 points right now, so we definitely. Try to get 10,000 points and we'll see if... Yeah, 10,000 points gives you an extra life and I just lost it. So that was pointless. So if you enjoyed this episode of Memory Lane, don't forget to give a thumbs up and comment down below. I'd love to have comments. Let me know what you think of Defender. I never really played it too much before. I've always been a River Raid fan. That's definitely my go-to game for the Atari. But yeah. Defender is actually not bad. It's actually pretty fun. Holy crap, what the hell just happened? The whole screen just blanked and what the hell is that? I think I almost went this whole episode without saying what the hell is that, but what the hell was that? Alright. Well, that's it for Memory Lane. Stay tuned for more episodes of Memory Lane.